Hey guys.
Hi guys.
In today's episode, we're going to be talking about how to deal with lonely feelings that come up with being in college, and also how to navigate what path you want to take, especially if you don't have support from your family in particular.
Yeah, family and friends. Bitches be bonkers sometimes and don't support you. So we're going to talk about how to navigate through that and how to figure out what you really want to do in life when it comes to college. How to make friends.
So it's hard for us
because we're just so popular.
Everyone it just flocks to us.
I know. Everyone loves us. You know, they always want to talk to us.
They're like, hey, cool girls.
Can I be your friend, please?
Hello, ladies.
They beg us all. They just beg.
Anyway, no, it's because since we're theater majors, when you come in, you have an ensemble. You have a whole little family, a group.
It's like a group of people that you go through all 4 years of college with.
So many classes. You see them every single day.
Yeah, so you have to make friends. You're with them all the time. So it's kind of hard for us to relate to people who aren't in theater and who don't have an ensemble with them because we've always had an ensemble.
Yeah, especially since I came into college with friends that I had in high school who are also theater majors.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like I bonded with these people really easily, which I'm so lucky and grateful for. But that just made things super easy. But I can say in my non-theater classes, I am a lone wolf.
Oh. In my classes that aren't theater classes, I wouldn't say I'm a lone wolf, but I do like making my presence known. You know? Even if I just like talking to people, I'm okay with initiating. And I think that's why I think it's easy to make friends for me, because it's just I just talk to whoever I want to talk to, and they usually wind up being my friend, you know? But then I know that some people, they don't like talking to people first, or they get nervous, and I just say balls up. So
for me, I do enjoy talking to people. I know you've seen me and I've gotten a little awkward, but I feel like if I'm in the mood, then I'm super, super social. And some days, it's hard for me to, initiate a conversation. I get really awkward. I don't know why. But then there's been times where people will, start talking. They'll, initiate it. If the teacher will be oh, turn to a partner and start working on blah, blah, blah. And then they'll, initiate it. And then I get super open. And then I start, maybe joking a little too much. I get a little too comfortable.
Yeah.
No, but I did make a friend in my English. I made 2 friends, actually.
Oh.
There was a girl that... Dude, and guess what? She actually knows Jocelyn and went to high school with her.
Oh.
So it's such a small
That's
world.
crazy.
I know.
That makes me nervous.
That is a little worrisome sometimes.
Because you don't know who knows who and who knows about you, and it's just kind of...
Yeah, there's a lot of things I know about people
that I shouldn't know. Tell me why. I was just talking to my friend about this, about how I felt so uncomfortable that I knew about this one girl's business that I feel like I should not know. I know way too many personal details about her and her mental health and her life. It's not my business. It's because somebody told me.
Yeah.
A third party told me all of her business. And I don't even talk. We're cool, but we don't even talk. I should not know that much about her. So every time I see her, I feel guilty that I know so much. But it's not my fault because somebody just started word vomiting all of her business to me. It just makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes. I feel bad. You know?
That happened to me with this one girl, which I... am even less in social with her than you are with that other girl, because I know who you're talking about. But I knew that her boyfriend was cheating on her. I knew who it was with. I did not say even a word to these people ever. I just knew who they were because of high school. And I just knew all of that whole business, and I'm damn, I feel guilty. Should I tell her? I was it's not my place. But,
right.
I know too much.
That makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that's why I'm always hesitant to tell people about my life. Because you don't know. Some people have loose lips for no fucking reason.
I know.
And then all of a sudden, everybody knows your business.
And then you think oh, who would this person tell? But everybody knows each other somehow.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think that no matter what, in college, I think you should just try talking to people. What's the worst that's going to happen? You don't talk to that person again? They ignore you?
Yeah.
What's the worst? I always think about that if I'm feeling, shy or, nervous. What's the worst that can happen? If I reach out to this person to start a conversation, they just, they don't respond. Okay, whatever. On to the next one. You know what I'm saying? Plus, I don't know about you, but the people that I reach out to first they wind up being grateful that someone reached out to them.
Texting?
Well, in person too. Like initiating a conversation. Well, now it's hard because classes are online. Mm-hmm. When classes were on campus, just talking to someone, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just in a lecture hall.
I feel like now that it's Zoom, I've shifted a lot of my mindsets towards those kind of things. Like, why are you so scared? Like, that person just as shy as you are. Mm-hmm. That's why they're being quiet too.
Yeah.
And I just thought about, I had my education class, and there was this guy. It was so funny. Like, we always ended up sitting by each other without, like, like, I would sit in different locations, and we'd always end up sitting, like, closely. But it wasn't, like, on purpose, like, I could just tell. And there was one time where the teacher, he would always call attendance. The class had, like, 150 people. He would take attendance every day. And he said this girl's name, and he struggled with it. And I wasn't laughing at her name. I was just laughing at the way his eyes shifted when he was saying it. It was really funny.
Okay.
And I kind of giggled, and then I closed my mouth, and that guy turned around, looked at me, and was smiling because, like, he was laughing too. And I was like, I want to be your friend so bad. And the teacher got mad at us. I was like, dude, I'm not laughing at her name.
Yeah.
He thought we were laughing at her. I was like, no, I'm laughing at the way you're struggling.
I'm laughing at you, buddy.
No, I'm actually laughing at you, mister. So, and I wish I was more open to, like, just talking to random people. Because, like, he's going to be like, oh, that girl's weird. Okay, I'll sit away from you next time. Damn.
And it's nice. Even if it's, like, you can talk to somebody in your class and not expect to be, like, lifelong friends with them. Like, if you guys are just one little moment in, like, one class, or you guys can just be friends for the semester, it's just, like, making those little connections with people. You don't know where life is going to take you, and you might meet them again.
That'd be so cool.
Like, you just don't know. Yeah. And I think it's so nice when, like, I love being approached by people, but I love doing the approaching as well, because it makes me feel like I'm making them feel more comfortable. Like, I'm setting the tone. And because, like, now I'm thinking about breakout rooms, because like with Zoom and stuff, we're in breakout rooms now, and I hate when people, like, start off like, hey guys, like, it's just like, it sets the tone to be fucking like, hi, we're bored, it's everyone's fucking boring, and I'm tired, I don't want to be here. Like, okay, yeah, none of us want to be here, sir, but, like, when I'm in a breakout room, I like being like, I like making jokes.
Yeah, I want to get more comfortable, but now, because I have 6 classes, 4 out of 6 of them are theater classes, so I know everybody. I'm not uncomfortable. Yeah. The other 2, one is all online, no Zoom discussion. The other one is a discussion board class, and we started off doing breakout rooms, and it'd be so quiet, and then I'd be like, "Hey guys," so awkward, and now we have not done a breakout room since I don't even know how long. So it's like, I never even have an opportunity to, like, do it again.
I think I feel a little bit, because I am, like, a shyer person, but I also, it switches sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I could be just, like, to myself and not want to talk to anybody, but then other times I could just, I don't care, like, I'll talk to whoever. And I feel like in breakout rooms now, I kind of just say whatever's on my mind. Because it's like, what are they going to do? Yeah. I'm at my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just chilling.
Just sign off if you say something too far.
Right? So, like, if there's a breakout group and no one's like, I was in a breakout group for my Spanish class. And, like, we all had to participate and speak in Spanish. And, like, I went, like, these 2 guys went, and this one girl, I was like, hey, like, what are you going to say? Like, your turn, And she was so, like, she just ignored me. And I was like, oh, okay, so we're just not talking. Cool.
You said that?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Because what? It's like, oh, okay, so we're not talking. Awesome. Like, we're just not going to participate. Cool. And then the 2 guys, like, started laughing. And then I was, like, laughing, too. And she was just
crying.
She just, like, no, but you could tell she was just one of those girls that, like, didn't want to participate. It wasn't like she's never participated in any class, right? So, like, now that she was in a breakout group, she wasn't going to participate. Like, she was literally just looking at the camera, like, dead face.
Her camera's frozen.
I was like, why are you just staring? Like, just say something, So I told her that. And then she just, like, kept looking, like, she made a face. You know what I mean? Like, just talk. Like, none of us are fluent in Spanish. We're not going to make fun of you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like now that, like, we're in breakout rooms, I'm just more open to saying whatever's on my mind. What I can say about this is that because we're online, I feel like this is a good chance for everybody who's introverted to kind of break out of that.
Yep.
Because it's like, what, you private message someone or whatever, or in a breakout room you talk to somebody. You're in this.
Oh my God,
Okay.
yeah.
You're in the comfort of your home, you know? Like, you don't have to deal with awkward body language. You don't have to deal with that awkward feeling. You can do whatever you want now because we're in online classes. There's more freedom to feel more comfortable to reach out to people. And I think another great way to reach out to people and make friends is like, you know, like in classes when like dumb stuff happens, you know, just talk to somebody about it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes and I really like it.
No, I just remember that, like, I've been so much more open with some of my ensemble members because some people that I did not talk to at all before, because either like we were getting talked at, like, I can't turn and talk to you. Yeah. It's like such a small classroom. I'm going to get caught, you know, and, you know, people that I've wanted to talk to and I just didn't. And there was this girl in my ensemble. I private messaged her about something and we've like never talked. And then this guy in my ensemble, he looked really sad. I'm like, hey, like, are you feeling okay? Like, you just seem sad. Like, usually you're like a lot like brighter. Yeah. And it's just so nice to just private message someone. And like, if someone makes a nice comment, then I feel like I'm so much more open now to be like, talk to someone like, oh my God, there's another girl in my ensemble. She like always messages me after I like present something, such nice comments. And I'm like, she like gave me the confidence to start like messaging people privately.
No, I love private messaging people. I really like it.
Dude, I love private messaging you.
I know, that's fun. But we go to these master classes that our school puts
on. Also, we have a class together.
And we just like watching so we can make fun of people together. It's really fun. It's bonding.
We don't make fun of people for things they can't control.
No, we're not.
Never
like
that.
No, we make fun of people like in a lighthearted way. It's not like we're like, oh,
they suck.
They suck and they're not.
No, it's like funny stuff.
Yeah,
it's like really good.
But all of this to say, if you're feeling lonely in your classes or in college and kind of feeling like, I don't know, like you don't have anybody who can like relate to you and what you're going through, I feel like just start talking to people. Just honestly, just start talking to people, because like what you said, like they're probably just as shy as you. So like, what's the worst thing that can happen?
And also, it's once you start just jumping out of like that little shell just once, and then you have a good experience, and you're like, that wasn't as bad. Like once you get over that, because I get it, I have anxiety. Like that initial like panic, it's so all you just have to say is hi. You just have to get that one word out, and then it's just smooth sailing from there. And then it's like, oh, I did it with this person. Now I can do it with you.
Yeah, you'll feel more comfortable. And
it's just like a domino effect. And it's so, you just have to do it. You just have to do it once. Just fucking do it.
Just balls up, do it.
Nike, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. I mean, I think it could be hard to like have all these expectations, you know? So just like give yourself little goals, you know?
That's nice.
You know, like, oh, if you feel like you like one of your classes more than another, like if you feel more comfy in one class versus another class, make it like a little goal to like, I don't know, participate a little bit more, or like have a conversation with somebody else and make your presence a little bit more known. And then once you feel cozy with that, keep it going. It's easy to think like you need to have a friend who's going through the exact same thing you're going through in order to feel okay. You know, because, dude, we have each other. And, like, we're both theater majors. And we're both, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we have, like, the same, not on the same path, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, like, for the people that don't have that, I don't want them to think that you need another person who's just like you and going through your stuff to feel okay. You can just make friends with whoever you want. And then you're chilling.
And then it's nice to be friends with someone that doesn't have the same major as you.
Yeah.
The friends that I've made in college that have different majors, it's so interesting to hear about their classes, because their curriculum is so different from mine. Like I have all theater classes and then like little English stuff and then random other things. Like I don't have math and science anymore. And just hearing about like their day-to-day and things they experience, it's nice. And then I teach them about my theater stuff and they're so intrigued. And then it's just, that's conversation right there.
Yeah. I think it's so nice to like meet people, and I think college is the best time to meet people because we're always surrounded by people. So like might as well take advantage of it now when we're surrounded by so many people, whether it's like online or on campus, because like in the real world when we start like working or whatever, you know, it's just like we're just open to so many different social interactions. Like why would we limit ourselves and not do that, you know? So talk to people. Segue to our next topic.
And now we're going to be talking about, you know what? I kind of want to get into this. I want to major in this. Ugh, but my mom she's bagging on me.
Yeah, she's like, nah, man.
She's like, dude, you fucking suck. Do science.
Yeah, come on. Let's talk about that because we have some experience with that.
I get it. Trust
you know,
me, I get it.
I get it 110%. And what I say to that is do what makes you happy. And that sounds super cheesy, but it's true. Now let me get a little morbid for you. In life, okay, your parents are going to die, right? And do you want to live your life doing something that you hated just to appease your parents? It sounds morbid, but it's true. Mm-hmm. Why are you going to spend your life living to make your parents happy when they're not even living that life? They're not going to go to college for you. They're not studying for you, you know? And it's like you're putting yourself through all of these things that you probably don't want to do for your parents who aren't even a part of it. They're not a part of your school life. That's like the one thing, especially in college, that you have control over. That you, like, this is your decision. You can choose, you know?
Especially if you're already paying the tuition.
That's your choice.
To be in a major. Might as well pick the one you want.
It's about your life, you know? And I just think that I think when parents push that, I think it's selfish.
It is.
Of the parent. But I do understand the parents' worry, you know? Because it's like sometimes they just worry about our financial well-being. Because, dude, artists, you know, the artists struggle. You know?
But, like, for me, like, I'll give some examples. Like, with my mom, it wasn't even about that. It was just, I'll explain in a second.
Okay. I think with my family, they worry about me financially, you know? Because they support me as an artist, but they just wish I always had a backup plan. They wish I had, like, a safety net major, you know, that would make me money. And even though I get what they're saying and I understand that, and I agree with them, like, they're making sense, it's kind of, it doesn't feel fully supportive. You know? Because to us, I don't know, money's not everything, dude. For me, at least.
It's really not.
Because money's great, and we need it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like people get so caught up in the future that they don't realize that the future is literally never, ever promised. So why wouldn't we live the life that we have for ourselves?
It's like once your basic needs are met, you have food, you have shelter, you can get by day to day. Money is nothing.
Yeah. You know, and I hate when people do a major or they enter a major and they're like, oh, it's going to make me so much money. And I get that. Like, if that's your goal, money. Awesome. Kudos. That's your thing. But I wouldn't want my goal in life to be something that, I don't know. It's necessary, but the passion that I have for the arts is more necessary for my well-being. Mm-hmm. You know, I'd just rather be happy. Because I don't know when I'm going to die.
That's true.
That's so
ever since
true.
we talked about that.
It's 100% true. Everybody's like, I'm going to do this major. It'll make me so much money. I'll be making 6 figures by the time I'm 30. And it's like, what if you don't make it till then? And you hate bio, or you hate pre-med, or you hate law, and you hate that shit, but it's going to make you money. And you spend the whole last life breaking your back trying to learn something that you don't even like, right? Just to make money. And then you don't even make it that far. And you just spent, 4 years of your life studying something you don't want to do? It just doesn't make sense to me. So to the people who your family members aren't being supportive in your artistic endeavors in college, I just say live for yourself. First figure out if that's your passion. If you see yourself doing music, if you see yourself doing music and just being so happy in music and wanting to do that and feeling so happy, do it. Because why wouldn't you? For someone else? Even if it's your mom or your dad or who, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not you. Because I feel like I've been clouded to think that I need like a normal job to have a good life and to be, you know, stable. And to that, I think it's a waste of time. You're blocking me from achieving my real goal. But you know what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Is that selfish of me to think? But I feel like...
Why is it selfish?
Because, you know, some people, they just think that because their parents are saying it or a family member is saying it, they have to do it. And I'm like, no, you don't. Who would have thought? Like, your parents don't declare your major for you. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's so wild. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm doing engineering. Oh, you like engineering? No, man, I fucking hate it. Why would you choose it if you don't like it? You know? Mm-hmm. And there's so many jobs in the world nobody has to only be a lawyer or a doctor or a computer science major. You know, there's so many jobs. You can get paid to work at Canva.
Can they just hire us already, please?
We're so good at Canva. This is a complete side note, but Angie slaps at Canva.
Dude, you think I slap?
Do you think I slap?
Dude, I think you fucking slap.
Dude,
you send me your stuff, I'm like, that's cute.
It's fire sometimes.
It's so good.
No, we're just so good at Canva.
Yeah,
I felt like I just went on a whole a rant. So can you take the floor?
I'll talk about my personal experience with this because it took me 5 years.
Wow.
To be okay and to be like, you know, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. It took too fucking long. So let's give a little backstory.
Woo.
I have wanted to be a little actress since I was a wee little child. You know, it was like actor and teacher, but it was like deep down, I really want to be in movies, but like, teacher. Dude, I always said like, I was like, that's impossible. I always told myself, like, that's not real. Like, I'm not really going to be an actress. I'll teacher. Mm-hmm. That was like middle school.
Yeah.
And then I remember my mom, I don't know why, I don't know what happened, but she picked my classes freshman year. I don't know where I was, but I wasn't there. She like signed up for my classes. I don't know why that happened. That's so weird.
Yeah.
I hope I was doing something important because I don't remember. And she's like, oh, I signed you up for drama. And I was like, you know. Because dude, my middle school did not have like theater.
Really?
And when they did, I was in 3rd grade. And by the time I was old enough to like do it, they stopped.
Oh.
And I was like, guys.
I didn't know theater existed at Taft until my 2nd year. Or my 3rd year.
Dude, how did you not know?
No, because I always say this. I would have started freshman year if I knew that it was a thing.
Yeah.
But I feel like I never noticed, like, any posters or anything. Like, advertisements, like, dude, audition.
It's so hard to know when you're not in it because other people
have
no idea.
And I had no idea. And I remember when I was picking my classes freshman year, they didn't offer drama. I think I took art or something.
Yeah, the school, side note, our school did not do a good job like advocating for the theater department and repping it. It was so hush-hushed and like disregarded.
Yeah.
No funding.
Yeah.
At all. Disrespected, quite honestly.
We were kind of like the stepchild that no one pays attention to.
Yeah, it was really sad. Anyways, so, you know, I did my drama. I loved it. Mm-hmm. I didn't audition for any shows. I helped paint a tree for a set.
Nice.
So I did my little contribution.
Woo.
And then sophomore year, I did a play, my first show. And, you know, you have to stay after school late. Mm-hmm. And my mom would get so pissed off every time she had to pick me up late. She would I would get picked up and then she would be like yelling at me like the whole way home. Like, I'm so tired. And like just saying all this nonsense. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, I've been at school since like 7:30. It's like 7 p.m.
Cut me a break.
I'm fucking tired. Why are you? I haven't eaten. Leave me alone. You know, and it was an everyday, because we have rehearsal every day.
Yeah.
It was an everyday thing. And then I did shows for the rest of my time in high school. Mm-hmm. And it was an everyday thing, you know? And then her coming to my shows and then talking shit on the way home, you know? It was nonstop. Like, I was like, she was never proud of me, you know? And it didn't matter if anybody else in my life, you know, my sister's supporting me. Like, I love my sister. Like, I really value her opinion. You know, my friends, my uncle has always been really supportive. My dad, he's supportive. Only during show. He's been supportive of like my shows.
That's good though.
Not in life, but he would
that's a big part of your life.
Yeah, he would go to my shows, and it's just like my mom. That's like, you're like my number one. You're my mom. Yeah. You know, and it hurt to not be supported by her, and then I would bring up like my. Sometimes, like, dude, even my dad, who doesn't even go, he does not in my life. It feels like he doesn't love me. Even he's, like, coming and supporting me. So why aren't you? And then she gets so mad. It's like, why are you keep putting your dad on a pedestal? I'm like, dude, I'm not.
That's, but, like, not the point.
Coming to my shows. You know? And then my senior year, she got a lot better. I remember oh my God, my friend, her parents would come whenever she was like in a show, like acting in it, her parents would come like multiple nights. Yeah. And I remember just being so jealous of that. And like, I had never had anyone come to see me 2 nights, you know?
Yeah. I think because my family would do the same thing. Like, my mom would come every night and my dad would come every night. And then they would bring like my grandma and like other people in my family. And part of me felt like embarrassed I was like, why are you guys here all the time?
No, dude, I craved that.
You know, and it's like my mom was like, oh, you should be grateful that like I'm bringing everybody here, blah blah blah. And like now, obviously, that like I'm more mature, I guess. I realize like I should have been grateful for that, but I remember being like, no, don't bring them. Like, come on, like why are you gonna fill up every single fucking row? Like, you know?
Yeah.
But I mean, I think I was a little bitch. It's true. You know, that's such a bitchy thing to say. Like, Mom, don't bring the family to see my show. I'm embarrassed. Like, shut the fuck up. I hate myself for thinking that. But, like, it went away. That was, like, when I first started, you know? But, no, I'm very grateful for them supporting me, in conclusion, if you're listening.
That just reminded me, like, the first musical when we did In the Heights, I was, like, walking, and this little child started running at me. And I took, like, a moment to process. And I was like, oh, my God, that's my cousin. And then I picked her up. I was like, what the? How'd you get here? And then I looked, and I saw, like, my dad's side of the family. And, like, I never talked to them. I never see them. I'm like, y'all came out for me?
Dude, that's how I felt. Because my uncle on my dad's side, he came to one of my musicals. And first of all, my dad just coming to one of my musicals meant a lot. Not because he's not supportive, but he just hates musicals. He fucking despises musicals.
That's how my other uncle feels. He's like, I can't listen to people sing, especially if I know them.
And I was like, the first show I was in was like a musical. And I'm like, fuck, he's not going to want to watch this. But he came and he brought my uncle, his brother, who's even more, not against musicals, but that's just not his wheelhouse. And they stayed the whole time. And I just was like, that's so weird that you're here. Because I know this isn't your thing. Yeah. But it was just I was so happy.
So I remember the first show that I did that I had like lines and like a character name was my sophomore year. At the end of the year, the one acts. And my mom didn't come. And she did not even come.
The one I directed?
Yeah.
What the heck?
Dude, that broke my heart. I was heartbroken all of high school because my freaking mom. And then senior year, she was a lot nicer to me. Because then I started getting like, you know, more stuff. I did so much my senior year.
Yeah.
And she came to the musical 2 times. That was big.
Yeah.
You know, and she would like was taking videos of me, and she would just rewatch them. And like I did Poetry Slam.
You did?
Dude,
I did that.
Poetry Out Loud.
Poetry Out Loud. Dude, I did Poetry Out Loud too.
Dude, I loved it because I did a Shakespeare poem, and I had wanted to do Poetry Out Loud since freshman year, and my teachers just never really pushed for it.
Yeah.
I always got stuck in classes that didn't. But my senior year, my teacher, she adored me.
Oh.
She called me a goddess after I graduated.
Who was it?
Miss Asvos.
I fucking love Miss Asvos.
She loved me.
She's so adorable. I had her my senior year.
To live and die for the theater. She loves that.
She loves Greek theater too. I love her.
She's Greek, dude.
Yeah, I know. She's so cool.
Anyways, she was like, Angelina, I want you to do Poetry Out Loud. And she didn't even tell she didn't tell the rest of the class. She's like, I want you to do it. I want you to rep the class. It's like, yup. I got third place.
Hey.
Or no, 4th place. The other people were just so good. And I didn't really practice that much. I should have. Anyways, so I remember I did that, and someone recorded it. And I sent it to my mom. And she's like, oh, my God, I'm obsessed with that video. I can't stop listening. She's like, your voice, it just, oh, my God, I love it so much. I was like, dude, you love me or what? I've never felt this loved in my life. And, yeah, and then even, you know, she would still, like, make little comments and stuff. But it was definitely a lot better my senior year. And then she came to my show twice. And then, like, she was being a lot nicer. But it still wasn't enough. She was still being a little mean. And I didn't feel fully supported by her until college. Until after she saw my show. Oh, yeah. Because I wrote a show about my mom. And she saw
No big deal. She just wrote a show and had it produced at, like, a professional theater company in Chicago. No big deal, though.
So then we went home. And she had just gotten home, like, with her friends. Like, her friends were at our house. And then they left, and it was just us. And then she's like, I'm so proud of you. And then she was saying all these nice things, and she has never said that to me, you know? And it was such a nice little moment between us. And I was like, I finally feel, like, guilt-free pursuing this, you know? And I think, and I got lucky, you know? Some people don't have that.
Yeah.
They don't have that support no matter what. It doesn't matter what they do and, like, how long it takes. And some people do. And I think it's just, if you're passionate about something and you're striving, not half-assed. You're going at it full speed, and you're always showing your love for it. I think eventually your parents will be like, that will shine through.
Nothing's gonna stop you if that's what you want. At the end of the day,
dude, passion just like trumps everything else.
Yeah, honestly. And when you know something's your passion, you know, like, you just know it. You know, you feel that shit in your gut.
And it's just we've talked like that feeling we get just like, from performing. Why would you give that up for something you don't
like
love?
a freaking drug. That's the best way. It's like addicting, dude. And I mean, we keep talking about performing because that's like our major, but there's people feel that way with like music or whatever they do,
or like
art,
drawing, painting.
You know, like the rush that you get from like painting something and finishing it, and looking at it and being like, oh, that's amazing, you know, or creating a song or performing. That feeling, when you know something's your passion, I think you shouldn't let anybody stop you from achieving it. Because if it's your passion, it's gonna happen anyway.
It's your life.
It's your life.
Yours. Let's not forget it. You're the one living this life. You choose your own path.
Yeah.
Why? You know what?
You know?
Let's just start living for ourselves.
Ooh. Good one.
You know what?
Who would have thought?
Come on.
You know, don't be stressing about like, oh my God, what should I major in? My mom, my dad. Man, your dad and your mom aren't in college with you.
And if they're paying for your college, you better sign up for hella scholarships.
True.
Because it's not even like, oh, but they're paying for it's not worth it.
It's not. And it's like, how about this? What if you just tell your parent, okay, let's say your parents are like, I want you to major in computer science. And you're like, but my passion is music. Just tell them you're majoring in computer science.
Dude,
how are they going to know?
Just lie.
Just lie. How are they going to know?
They're going to look at your grades.
Right? They're going to check your grades. They're going to look at your... Come on. Literally just be like, yeah, I'm a computer science major. Pull up with a music degree. Come on.
You're like, I have to buy this keyboard to complete the music science major. Not music, computer science major. It's part of this like new thing. Yeah. It has to do with like brainwaves. That's why I need this like keyboard.
Yeah. So. I'm like writing music right now, but it's all going to be translated in like keyboard functions. So just ignore.
I'm actually coding on the keyboard.
Yeah. So I have a guitar. It's like an acoustic, but I'm basically coding with the strings. So.
They're like, oh, nice. You're so smart.
They're like, holy shit.
Son's a genius.
Yeah. But yeah, just do what you want. At the end of the day, along a whole episode just to say do whatever you want because it's your life.
And then tomorrow on the news, or whenever this drops, we're going to see there's record highs of major changes.
Right? Like the arts majors are skyrocketing. But yeah, don't feel like you need to conform to whatever. That's whack. Gonna get an amen.
Amen.